are right now in Washington Park. Washington Park is part of the Washington Park neighborhood. Now this Washington Park neighborhood has really changed over the years. This used to be an area that only had people of very, very high income who were basically white. Now this area contains people, this neighborhood contains people of all cultures, Asians, Africans, Native Americans, Europeans, and the Native Americans from other parts of the Americas called Latinos. So that's what this whole community is made up of. Now there's a story I gotta tell you. It goes like this. It's a storyteller who's talking to a young boy. And the young boy says, "Storyteller, is it true that the lion's king of the forest?" And the storyteller says, "Oh, of course, young man." The Messiah, that can't be true. Because why is it then that every time we hear stories of the hunter going into the forest, the hunter always wins? And the storyteller says, "Well, it'll be that way, my son, until the lion starts telling the stories." Now, all the people that make up this community, that make up this neighborhood, have a story to tell about how they move inside this neighborhood, what affects them inside this neighborhood, the changes they've seen in this neighborhood, what they would do to this neighborhood if they had the money, the time, etc. like that. You're going to encounter a lot of different people with a lot of different ideas. The question is, what's your idea? What would you do? Tell me about that. What's your story? Because if you don't tell your story, they'll never know that you're a winner. Like, listen to the lion. He'll tell you how many hunters he ate. Yeah, tell your story, all right?
Initially, I didn't like it. It was a little too rough for me because I like walking at night and stuff like that, and it was terrible. I had an incident where my children had rented a U-Haul to move my stuff in. We pulled up in back of the house. A young boy looked like maybe 15, 16, jumped on the back of the U-Haul. He's going through my stuff. So when I get out the car, I'm starting to say something to him. He pulls back his coat and shows me a gun. And I said, what have I gotten myself into?
We take care of each other in this neighborhood. We really do. White, black. Now there's some new Asian folks on the block, but they come out a lot. They're hanging with the other kids. I don't feel like I have to get in it so much. But I like this neighborhood. It is diverse. And people move. We walk. People walk at night. We have a patrol. We just walk at night and look the kids in the face so we can say, okay, if you planning some mischief, malfeasance, we're going to know. We're going to know who you are. And a lot of times they just need to feel like they belong to the neighborhood because their parents are working. You know, their parents are working. Everybody's got to work now. And so having a neighborhood like this is very good because we relate to the children and they're not just allowed to run rampant. And you know, kids unattended, they gonna find stuff to do that isn't always proper. Beauty beyond compare, rainbow in your hair, little sunflower. Your people proud and strong, ancestry wise and long, little sunflower. Sunlight from your father, shining on the sea of life. Moonlight from your mother earth, giving forth the milk of life. The world has love for you, though of a different hue, little sunflower. If God has a daughter or son, surely you are one, little sunflower. Sunlight from your father, shining on the sea of life. Moonlight from your mother.